Call this meeting to order, 12 o'clock. We're here to have a discussion on wood pricing changes, proposed changes from solid waste. Turn it over to Richard.
So costing us to process and dispose of our wood right now. Basically our equipment cost, our fuel cost, and our man. Price increases that we occur every year with our dumping fees. It doesn't cover the rest of the operating cost. At that $62.99, that's already $22 over what we're charging right now. So it just shows that we are already taking a loss. Because the road crews took over the Government Gulch, we have lost our stockpile yard. So stockpiling lumber, chipping is not an option. And less than a quarter of the wood that comes into our facility no plywood, particle board, OSB, nothing like that can go in there. It's all, that is restricted within our permit. So we are having and because of the wood, because of the amount of wood, it's that's kind of besides the point, but it is another problem that we need to look into in the future. So at that's 6. Just putting it at the $100 a ton, which is our unsorted. Or 130 a ton, whether it needs to be sorted or not. So if we put the wood straight, $100 a ton, it is a cheaper rate. Our guys are still going to be pulling out the wood that we can burn. So
and I saw that where yesterday you're dumping the wood on the main floor and then you're just having to sort it from there and haul it out. So, I mean, is 100 enough? I mean, is that?
Well, that's what I'm proposing.
Okay.
I think if we want to go further in depth and do an actual price analysis here, it's something we could look into. This is just a basic breakdown to kind of show that we are already far behind what we need to be.
I agree.
What we're charging right now? 60,
40.
Yeah.
And so this would not raise taxes at all. This is not a proposal on a tax on the solid waste tax. This is just for the people that are using the facility.
Yep.
To get rid of their waste.
Yep. This is their fee that they pay us to dump.
Yes.
Extra.
Okay. So help me again understand what made up that $100 a ton. You're not counting man hours. So the dump fees, right?
So where we're at with the $100 a ton, what I have on this paper here is a very basic, very to deal with the wood that's coming in. Like I said, this here does not cover our equipment maintenance, does not cover our tires, does not, our oil changes. It does not cover the rest of the operating costs, electricity, all the other utilities. This is just a very basic. Right now, our fee schedule is $100 a ton for sorted and $130 a ton for not sorted. So that's why I'm proposing, not such a large jump, but at least up to the sorted price for the wood.
See, because right now they're having to sort the wood. So instead of dumping it in the back, they're dumping it on the main floor, and they're having to sort the wood that they can burn and the rest that they can't burn.
Yes.
So they're actually,
And not
doing
very
more.
much is what we can burn, unfortunately.
It's disappointing.
It is.
They'd be able to burn more.
And what's limiting us that, the permit?
It is. DEQ.
Like you're working against your own government sometimes.
It's air quality. They don't want the glue, the paint, all that stuff to be burned because that's more particulate.
Okay. Never mind filling up a landfill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Questions, comments from the commission?
I'm just concerned that the $100 might not be enough with the increase of the costs.
Well, and so our dump fees go up 4% every year. Gonna be more. So, and that is our contract with Republic.
Any questions or thoughts from you?
No.
Any comments from the public? Didn't want to waste your time, so.
Comment about is it enough? Because if it's not enough, then you're putting it off on the taxpayers. Not you.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to get away from,
Right.
because right now we are putting it off on the taxpayers.
And you do have man hours figured in this.
I have, let me see, I have 10 man hours figured in right now per ton is what I have figured in.
Well, my question is you have man hours, is it just the man hours or is it all in cost for the guys?
So it's man hours and benefits. Yes, I worked in the benefits also.
Cents or so on the dollar.
Yes, I worked in, yes.
Okay, that's all it was.
Any
So
comments?
with your mixed loads, are you thinking to offset some of this light weight of the wood? Putting it in with the garbage
Correct.
as you go?
Correct. So basically, like I said, my guys will be pulling out 2x4s, dimensional only. So it will still be sorted to a point, but there's not a lot that, like I said, I mean, it's a quarter of what comes in can only go in that
Sure,
burner.
Sure.
So, yeah,
I just was
and
making
that's
sure there was an offset of a light bin of wood.
absolutely, and that's
Getting
why,
loaded with garbage as
and
well.
that's why I'm suggesting the $100. We cannot process more than that. We don't have the trailers and we don't have the floor space.
Drivers?
We have 3 drivers right now, 4 if you include me.
I just see it as a big revenue hit when you limit 2 loads a day.
That was because if we do allow more, if we allow 4 from you, 4 from another guy, 4 from another guy, well, there's 2 trailers right there. You know, and that doesn't include all the garbage trucks, all the public coming in, you know, we don't have the room for it. You know.
Well, my son and I are really trying to figure out a way to offset as well and help
Mhm.
out. I'm just trying to figure out how we can offset that
Yeah, yeah,
to be able to do that. So I just don't want to see the revenue loss. But I understand the driver's situation.
yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, I mean, driver wise, it's one thing, you know, but it's equipment wise. We don't have the trailers, you know, we don't have enough trailers to accommodate all that. And then beyond that, you know, we're already doing 10 loads a day. Sorry, 10 loads a week. So beyond that, I would have to bring in overtime guys, which our overtime budget is next to nothing,
Sure.
you know, so,
Yeah, we're two tripping 5 days a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any comments? Okay,
What, can you, is like the permit redoable? Can you, what, like, is it a certain amount of time? You know, is it a 7-year permit? You know, it's good for this amount of time, then you gotta redo the permit, or is it?
so it's actually a 3-year.
Okay.
And it's not that you have to redo it, it's, you don't have to jump through all the hoops again. They go over all your paperwork, all your books and say, you can keep going, or you're cut off.
Sure.
And there's no way with that bin to burn stuff with the paint on it and
Yeah.
stuff with the varnish?
No, because it goes, it's stated specifically in that permit, what you can and cannot burn, and that is in there.
Okay.
So,
No chance of using Big Trick up on the hill and tub grinding in the future.
so the problem with the grinding, the prices have gotten so outrageous that if we went back to grinding, I would propose $150 a ton for wood. Because the price that they charge us to grind and then to get rid of the hog fuel is 3 times as much what it costs us over in Republic.
Is that just dealing with the one same person or?
So I went back and forth through a couple different companies and they're all right on par. Yeah, the grinding has gotten out of hand. But you know, the hog fuel is useless. You know, they don't get anything for the hog fuel anymore, so that makes the work of it go up. Yep.
Like newspaper.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
I deal with those guys a lot and I think there's a lot of use the county could get out of hog fuel. And
As
nothing
in,
else is capping measures and letting it biodegrade itself, you know.
the problem with that is you have to go through EPA to get it certified to be able to use for ground cover.
I completely understand.
You know, there's another,
There's always
You
a
know,
hitch with them
yeah,
somewhere.
absolutely.
okay, well, we've heard public thoughts, heard Richard. Entertain a motion.
To the $100? Or is that gonna be adequate for us?
It's adequate for now. If you want to do this incrementally, you know, which I kind of suggest doing, it is adequate for now.
I think we have to do the
I wasn't aware of that. What's our parliamentarian say?
Yeah.
Future.
See that.
Okay, so your suggestion, we need to schedule a hearing. Anyway, so, all right, so I guess the commission is on board, but we have to do a hearing, so,
Sounds good.
that'd probably be next week. That'd be the soonest we could do that. All right,
today's Tuesday.
this is Tuesday.
You could do it 48-hour notice and do it Thursday.
Yeah, our Thursday afternoon has a budget meeting in it now, though. As per your request.
About 1 o'clock.
Won't take longer.
We could do it at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, let's do it 1 o'clock. Go ahead and change, if you could, change the,
She loves changing the agenda. It's
Yeah.
only the third or fourth one this week.
we get it done before 1, it's 48-hour notice.
Okay,
We can just do it Thursday and get rid of it.
all right, so we'll schedule a,
Start charging Thursday
is it 48-hour
Yeah, we'll
notice?
do it Friday morning.
after 1 o'clock.
Is it 48-hour notice for a hearing?
Not sure on that.
Well, we better check with that.
We'll go look. real
We
quick.
can look real quick and. Yeah, but we'll,
All right, well, we'll schedule a hearing as soon as legally possible.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Anything further, Richard?
That's it.
Anything further from the commission?
no.
No.
All right, with that, this meeting is adjourned.